Ludovic Pommeret, you legend of legends here in Chamonix before another UTMB. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm okay so far. I'm sitting a nice sofa, so I'm not so bad.
We were just
you have prepared some waffle for me, so
yes,
that's
we prepared
fine.
some waffles, and we were just joking about how the last time we saw each other was in Silverton, and it's a little bit of a different vibe in Silverton before Hardrock than it is here.
It's
UTMB.
a bit more crowdy here, you know.
A little bit.
It's a bit different.
You've already done many interviews today, as you've said. So
all the week, you know, it's you start a marathon before the race.
Yeah, well,
that's different marathon.
Yeah, exactly, right. And you are a hot commodity as always, as somebody that people want to talk to, and so we appreciate you taking the time. But obviously, we have to start with Hardrock. My God, man, unbelievable course record performance. Another amazing win to add to the collection of trophies you've amassed in your career. Talk about Hardrock to get us started. What made that day so special for you?
It's a good question because I'd like to have again such a good day, but it was maybe the first like almost perfect race in my life. So it could happen sometimes. So that's fine. No, but it was really a pleasure to prepare the race because it was in Silverton in Colorado. It's really nice to run, to sleep almost everywhere. So it's like, it was nice to prepare the race. And then, during the race, everything was going well. It's a shame that Francois and Zach could not race, so we cannot race together. But I enjoy even if I was a bit alone with my pacers. But it was really nice.
God, it would have been so entertaining if Zach and Francois were both healthy and you guys were pushing each other. Maybe even faster.
I don't know, but we don't know now.
We'll find out next year.
Maybe next year.
Next year. Afterwards, you spent a little time in the U.S. You guys did a little road trip. Celine, your wife, is here with us as well. I know you visited Yellowstone and Moab, and
we go to Arch Park, Yellowstone, Grand Teton. So it was nice to enjoy also the American park, and it's nice. And we spent some time there already last year or so with much more parks, but this year we just stay close to Salt Lake, Yellowstone. So just some hiking in Grand Teton. It was nice, but it's a quite tricky part. Huh? There's some trails that are tricky there.
Yeah, very tricky. It's a wild place.
Maybe we'll go there for more trekking next.
Well, it was great to have you in the U.S. It was great to have you at Hardrock, and here we are back on your home turf at UTMB in France. Let's talk about the transition between Hardrock and UTMB. Obviously, in the last few years, we've seen both Francois and Kilian be able to execute that double very well. So how have you recovered from Hardrock, and how do you feel going into UTMB, where obviously you're going to have to go deep into the energy reserves again?
So a lot of pressure because it's all what Francois and Kilian have success to do both Hardrock and UTMB. But recovery seems good. I don't know about training in between. According to my coach, it's okay. We'll see. But
you've been training a lot. We'll talk about that in a second. But physically, you're feeling strong?
In between, I was training maybe quite a lot of hours, a lot of kilometers or miles, but really easy pace. Easy. So we'll see if I can push during the race. That's the question. And for me, the main goal was Hardrock because it's quite hard to get a bib there. So it was nice to prepare well this race, and this one is like the cherry on the cake. It's just I'm here mainly because it's my 20 years after my first start. So that's mainly the reason why I take the UTMB start this year. I have already done last year the UTMB, so usually I'm not doing twice.
So cool.
So, but we'll see. There's a high density of runners, fast runners. So we'll see what will be the race, and we'll see. According to the weather, could be different.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I mean,
and so on Friday.
yeah, we'll see on Friday. We'll see on Friday. But just for our audience here, maybe just to make something clear, you've won UTMB, you've won Diagonal des Fous, now you've won Hardrock. To me, it feels like there's 4 major championship level 100-milers in the world, those 3 plus Western States. You've done very well.
Missing Western
You're
States.
missing Western States.
It's a bit too fast for me.
I think I think it might be only you and Courtney who have 3 of the 4. Courtney's got all 4. Oh, wait, Killian's got 3 of the 4 too. Or no, Killian's got all 4. Killian's got all 4. So only Killian and Courtney have all 4 of the majors. But Ludovic Pommeret has 3 out of the 4.
So I'm the only human guys that has 3.
I guess Francois got 3 out of the 4 too.
Yeah, Francois has 3.
And so does Katie Scheid now after Western States. So anyway, just puts you in rare air and unique company in the history of the sport. A spectacular course record achievement. You've also been obviously very successful here. I've got it written down. 3 times top 5 at UTMB, including that 2016 victory, twice on the podium of CCC, twice on the podium of TDS, including your win in 2022. Say a few words about the consistency over time that you've had. And one of the things we've been talking about here with athletes today is like rising to this occasion and like being able to perform well on the biggest stage. Any lessons or learnings you can share about that?
Lessons, it's the race that gave me some lessons, because I have a lot of fail during UTMB. When I start UTMB here, I mainly start with fails, so that's how I learn. And now it's I just managing the race maybe a bit differently, and I'm just starting with my own pace and try to keep my pace. That's difficult because last year I was really far at the beginning of the race, even if I was on my expecting pace, but I was more than 57, I think. So that's really difficult, and my wife could say that I was not good in my head, because there was, even if I was in my pacing, there was too many people in front of me, and
where you were 57th, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Where?
I think it was in Chapieux or something like that. So that was really far, and so it's difficult because you are in your pace, but I was expecting a bit more than 50 on the ranking. I mean, so.
And for our viewers, Les Chapieux is roughly 55 or 60 kilometers into the race, and you were in 57th place. And you finished 5th last year?
5th, yeah. So it's difficult, but I'm proud of the UTMB race because I'm more and more consistent on my race. So I'm more on the Courtney's model, try to keep the same pace. But I think it's more a man strategy to start fast and and see if we can keep running at the end or not. I think women are starting, are more conservative, and we'll see what would be this year. But I'm not managing the race like. Some would say that I'm not taking too much risk in the race, and that's maybe true. But now it's my. But it's 20 years ago. I will see. I will try to do better than I have done in 2004, where I dropped the race after 80K. So, I'd like to finish, but I will see how I will manage if. I take more risk or not. I don't know yet.
Well, so now it makes me want to just like have you retell the story of 2016 when you won the race, because it's sort of similar, although I know you were suffering early and then you had this amazing comeback to win the race. So obviously the sport has grown a lot since then. So maybe for those who weren't around 8 years ago, retell the story from your 2016 victory at UTMB.
Yeah, I think it's no more possible now with the density to be 1 hour behind the head and win the race. That there's less people that are dropping the race now. I think it's there's some learning also, then some experience from all the runners. So and there's more and more density. So I think this scenario will not happen anymore. So if you really want to win the race, I think you should stay close to the head. I mean, okay, a quarter hour, it's okay, but not 1 hour.
Yeah, very, very an amazing story from the history of the race. So for those who don't know, go check out Ludo's race from 2016, an hour behind at Courmayeur, was it? And you won the race?
I think Chapieux.
Les Chapieux, an hour behind. Wow.
Courmayeur was starting to,
So Les Chapieux is your weak point on the course. Yeah. that much we've established. So if Ludo is an hour behind or 45 minutes behind at Les Chapieux, he's still in good shape.
Last year, it was not my weak point. I was really in the pacing that I was expecting. But that was the runner that were, I don't know, maybe too fast if I can reach top 5.
Top 5,
Maybe they were too fast. I don't know. But
So before Hardrock, we talked about this. You did 2 soft rocks, so 2 laps around the Hardrock course. And it seems like you've done 2 laps around the UTMB course also in training. So coming back to this transition between Hardrock and UTMB, it seems like you've been putting in a lot of volume, even though at low intensity. Were you trying to mimic the success of the 2 soft rocks with your 2 tours around Mont Blanc?
No, but usually we do one Tour du Mont Blanc, but then there was a training camp where with HOKA and with some athletes were doing the Tour du Mont Blanc, so I just joined, and I was doing with the ladies, just to. Okay, it's not something that should not be taken in the right, but just to be, in easy pace. Mm-hmm. Even if the women are going quite fast, it's not. But just to be sure that you are not going too fast and you spend too much energy. So
I was looking at your training, and you had like 1 down week after Hardrock, but then you did 3 weeks of like 20, 30. 25 hours, I think, in that succession. And it's all lower intensity stuff. But physically, do you feel like you're building strength and fitness for UTMB? And like, how do you measure that? Like, what are you listening to ensure that you're not doing too much after such a big effort, but you're setting yourself up for success?
It's a good question. I've only taken 2 days off, I think, after the Hardrock, and then I start really slowly. But it was just because we were in the US, we were visiting, so you need to hike to really visit. So just start again slowly, and increase the volume approaching the UTMB. The volume is I made 2 or 3 weeks that with higher volume, but last week was quite low, and this week almost nothing.
So how are you feeling though, Ludo? Because like what you proved at Hardrock is like, dude, you can still win UTMB. Like if you can run 21 and change on the Hardrock course, you can run 19 and change on the UTMB course.
My best timing on UTMB is 21, last year. I don't think that I could.
All right, but when Killian broke the Hardrock course record, he ran 21:45. You ran 21:36? Or no, he ran 21:36, you ran 21:33, something like that?
Yes, yeah.
And then he ran 19:48, I think, at UTMB to break the UTMB course record back to back. I mean, it could happen.
Yeah, it could. No, I don't think that if I take the race of last year, I don't think that I can do 1 hour better than what I have done. But who knows? We'll see.
I think you can.
No, but
I think you can.
It's really a different race. I think you need to be much more faster. Okay, the timing is quite similar, but there's more kilometers on UTMB, almost 10 kilometers more.
Yeah.
Okay, the altitude is lower, but it's different skills. I think for UTMB, and you need more to be a runner on UTMB, I would say.
Yeah, than Hardrock.
And then hikers. Even on Hardrock, if you have to run some parts, because especially in this clockwise. There's a lot of runnable parts. So.
Yeah. Well, as Kilian, Francois, and Courtney have all proven, it is possible to win both in the
Thanks
same,
for the pressure.
in the same season. So everybody look out for Ludo. I've been asking everybody who's going to be crewing for them and why. I'm assuming Celine, who's here, is going to be crewing for you. Yeah. So she'll be the crew chief to shepherd you on another amazing UTMB. So maybe instead of that, I'd love to ask you about Vincent Bouillard, because I know you guys know each other, and I saw you guys did a little training together. Ryan and I bumped into him in town this week and view him as, you know, somebody who could surprise some people this week. So for those who don't know Vincent, who is he and what makes him special?
So he's working for HOKA, but I ran with him last time together on the same race in France, because then he moved in US. He beat me on a race. So no, he's really fast. He's really fit. You have seen him. You say that we have trained together, but it's not really true. He was a bit too fast. So we have did the start together, and then that's it. So yeah, and he has 100% of success on his 100 miles. Yeah. Okay, you have done only one, but and it was a fast one in US. Yep. I don't know this one, but it seems that it's quite runnable because it's 16 hours.
Race, yeah.
So I don't know if he will try to break the 16 hours on UTMB, but no, for sure. I think it could. It could be a really nice challenger for. And
he's worked at HOKA, like in footwear innovation, for a while. Because didn't he work on the Tecton X products?
Tecton X3 that is coming, and Tecton X 2.5, and several other. So he works for innovation, but now he will be back in France. He was in USA, and he will be back in France. He's back in France.
In the US, we have a term called of dark horses. Do you know what that means? Like people who have a chance to perform very well, but nobody's talking about. Vincent is a dark horse.
Like Rob on Western States, no?
Yes, exactly. Like Rob at Western States. Well, Ludo, it's an honor to sit with you. Congrats on an awesome season so far. I know we're all excited to see you take on the UTMB one more time, 20 years after your first one. We appreciate you taking the time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see on Friday.
Friday, let's go.